Hey guys. Hi. Uh, yeah, well, welcome. Everybody speaks English a little. I speak no German, so but tomorrow I'll learn it tonight, and tomorrow I'll speak. Good. Yeah. Um, so what do you want to know? The well, it's the any question? Maybe questions would be better because they're making the third Ghostbuster movie. Everybody wants to know. Maybe this fall. I hear this fall, and for next spring. They have the script, and everybody's agreed to do it. So that's what I'm told. But I was told that 10 years ago too. So, but maybe this time for real. Yeah, I was asked that about Bill Murray being the holdup, and I said that because Bill Murray, I've talked to him recently, and he said he really wants it to be good. So I was asked that from one of the online blogs or whatever, and so it came out on the internet that Ernie Hudson said Bill Murray was the holdup and the reason why the movie hadn't been made. That's not what I said. But I know he wants it to be good, and I think his good may be different than if someone else's good. So that could be the problem. Because I think the second movie he wanted it to be better, and I think he was a little disappointed with that movie. So me, I really didn't care. No, I do care, but they didn't ask about my good or not. Anyway, so yeah, Ghostbusters, 27 years ago, when some of you were maybe not even born. Yeah. And but I've done other movies too, but Ghostbusters is one people remember.
How was the reaction on set on the Crow when Brandon Lee got killed?
Yeah, Brandon died on the set. I wasn't on the set that day. We had dinner the night before, and then this thing happened, which was a real shock because people don't get hurt on movies normally, but he died.
How was he as a person? Did he really talk about his dad, for example?
You talk about his dad or
His dad, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Oh,
Was
yeah.
as a person, or how was
Yeah,
he to
well,
work with?
Well, Brandon Lee from The Crow, I knew Brandon for about 8 years before we did the movie. He grew up with Miguel Ferrar. I don't know if you know Miguel, who was on Knots Landing, and his dad was an actor. So they grew up in Beverly Hills together. And Brandon was a great guy, but I think he wanted to get out of his father's shadow. And so that's why he wanted to do The Crow, because he thought it was his movie. And he refused to do any of the martial arts in The Crow because he didn't want to feel like he was following his dad's. But it just seemed so odd that he died almost 20 years to the date. It was kind of weird, the whole thing was. But I'm glad that I was a part of it because I think it turned out to be a really a good film. I like it. It's one of my favorite movies, but it's just unfortunate. But if you're going to die on a movie, then hopefully it'll be a movie that's a good movie as opposed to a crappy movie that, so, yeah. So. And also I felt after seeing the movie, I don't think it was any question that he would have been probably a very important actor. I think he would have become very successful. Yeah. I think you learn something. We had dinner the night before, and he was asking me, or he was encouraging me because I was a little depressed over things not happening in my career the way I wanted them to. And he had just signed a 3-picture deal. He was getting married. the world was great, and he was telling me to hang in there, and then he was gone. So we never know. Never know. Any other questions about it? I'm sorry it seems so kind of, oh yeah, so relaxed about everything. Yeah. Been acting about 45 years. And the business sucks. No, it doesn't. No, I've made a very good living. I've been very fortunate. No complaints.
Do you have any other movies besides maybe Ghostbusters?
Well, I just finished a movie with John Schneider called Doonby. In fact, somebody here, I don't know if they saw it or they had photos from it. Saw some photos from it. But it hasn't been released yet. So. But I work a lot. I do a lot of work. Yeah, I was on. Yeah. Yeah, John, well, we just finished a movie together. John Schneider was in Dukes of Hazzard, and I did an episode of Dukes of Hazzard. It was a stupid episode, actually. But yeah, and Tom Wopat, I see him from time to time. And Catherine, she used to do a lot of the conventions, so I see her from time to time. Yeah, but over in the beginning of my career, I did a lot of television. You know, The Incredible Hulk and Little House on the Prairie, and just a lot of shows. But not so much. But some TV now. I did Criminal Minds and Bones and Law and Order. I was on the last season of it. I do a show now called Transformers Prime, which is actually really very good. I do one of the voices on it. Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 is coming out. I'm one of the dogs. And I want to do a show called Secret Life of the American Teenager that's very popular with teenage girls in the States. I don't know if it's playing. I'm never sure what's playing here at the time and so forth, but over there it's pretty fun. Yeah, so did you...
Which of all your movies is your favorite?
Out of all my movies, my favorite movie, I almost don't look at it that way. I'm just happy to work, but I like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I did a movie with Rebecca De Mornay called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and I played a character named Solomon who was mentally disabled. So I like that movie. I did a movie called Congo back a few years back, and I played the leader of the safari, which was fun because when I was a little kid, all the movies about Africa, if you were black in the movie, you would die very early. So I was happy to live through the movie, and I was the leader of the safari, so that was good. And but I like Congo. I like Congo a lot. I like The Crow. I did a movie called The Substitute with Tom Berenger that I liked a lot. But I don't really, there aren't many movies that I don't, because if you do it, you want to like it. You talk yourself into liking it. There's nothing worse than doing something that you don't want to do because that doesn't work well. I can't do that. And I see people work jobs that they don't like, and I go, oh, that would be the worst. But the nice thing about movies is it's all very short. So you start work on a film, you get to know everybody, your best friends, and then 2 months later it's over. You never see them again, never think about them again, and that's okay. I kind of live like that. I'm good with that. But to be with same people week after week would be a little difficult.
Did you all meet again for the Ghostbusters game?
We didn't meet for the Ghostbusters game, but all the guys came back and did the voices. Bill Murray, I was surprised. Bill Murray came and did the voice, and Harold Ramis and Danny Aykroyd. So everybody worked on it. I didn't see them on there, but I've seen each of them. I saw Harold Ramis at his movie year one. And so I love Harold Ramis. The movie, and I saw Danny Aykroyd. I've run into Danny a lot. Danny Aykroyd and Bill Murray from time to time. So you see people from time to time. But, yeah.
Aren't you scared after you do one that the script from Eisenberg might be bad for Ghostbusters 3 as well? I mean,
Well, the question was if the writers on year one, they're saying might also be the writers for the new Ghostbusters script. And wasn't I afraid? It wasn't encouraging. But if there's a steady paycheck in it, that was a different kind of movie, hopefully.
But you didn't see the script yet.
I haven't seen. No, I'm like the last guy. You'll see a script before I see it. Oh, what about Ernie? We should give him a script. It's like the commercial about the little kid who'll eat anything. I'm the guy who Ernie will do anything. It's okay. Just, don't worry about Ernie.
Talk about directing or producing.
Do I want to direct and produce? Well, as an actor, you know what you do, so you do what you do. So if I'm working with some crazy people and they don't do what they should do, that's not my problem. But as a director, when crazy people don't do what they should do, then it's your problem so I don't like having the responsibility. Some people love to have the responsibility of the wardrobe, and I'm not one of those people. So I don't like directing and producing. I've done some producing, but if it's something I really feel passionate about, if it's a story that I want to tell, then yeah, I'd like to produce. But otherwise, no. I love it, but I don't love it that much. I do my job, and then I put on my suit and sign autographs. It's easy, I wave at people and take pictures, and I work with a guy named Martin Campbell who directed some of the James Bond movies, and he directed me in a movie called No Escape. And literally you work 6 months pre-production, and then you got to shoot, and then you got a 6 year in post-production, and I just don't have that kind of patience. Yeah, so.
Did you hear about some special kind of monsters or ghosts in Ghostbusters 3?
What kind of special ghosts they're going to have?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard. I heard Bill Murray had asked to be a ghost. And I don't quite know what that was about. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what. All I know is there are going to be some young people, and I know this from Ivan Reitman. He said we have to have some young guys.
Some young guys as sidekicks, or?
Well, I think what it is, the studio has wanted to do more movies, and I think by bringing the young people in, then they can make as many movies as they want, and they don't have to rely on Bill Murray saying whether he wants to like it or not. So I think that's the plan. I don't know. And then I also heard that Oscar might be one of the Ghostbusters, the kid from the baby from the second one, because he'd be like 48 now. No, he'd be really. So I don't really know. I don't know anything about it, but. So yeah, so that's what I do, and